This is the MLB pregame. Tuesday night baseball set to come your way from Fenway Park in Boston. Michael Candyman will stand in now 1 day after his amazing 5-for-5 performance yesterday afternoon. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Oh, and there's a drive to deep left center. You can pretty much forget about this one. This is way out of here.
Center fielder, number 3, Michael Candyman.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He'll take the turn and head for second. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double. Michael Candyman strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Michael Candyman will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Alvarez is back to the track. So standing in, Michael Candyman, and we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Well, he winds up with 3/4 of the cycle.
Both teams get... Well, it's not quite a nor'easter, but the rain's coming down pretty good here at Fenway Park in Boston. Michael Candyman will stand in for the first time now. 24 home runs to his credit so far this year. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This one's hit deep out to left center field. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. Michael Candyman stands in after hitting an RBI double his first time around.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Gone! Michael Candyman comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. And this will wind up a closer play than I thought, but he's in there with 2 bases. Michael Candyman will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Oh, and he turns another one around here. And his fine ball game will continue. Give him another home run. Standing in a perfect 4-for-4 so far, Michael Candyman. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Hit hard back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's putting together a monster line in this one. They just can't get him out. And they'll have runners at second and third following. Michael Candyman stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
And you know what, Matt? He's just made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
The windup and the 0-1. Drilled right back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. The throw into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. And quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, There he is. He's our top player of the game.
Final score for this afternoon's ball game.
Back here. Afternoon baseball for you now on the show, coming your way from venerable Fenway. Michael Candyman will stand in now, fresh off perhaps the best game of his career. A 6-for-6 performance last night. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summersgill as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, I think Summersgill is pretty well liked as an umpire, but if he gets any gruff, it seems like it's often coming from right-handed batters on pitches they don't think they can reach. I'm curious if we'll see any of that in this one.
And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. Michael Candyman will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, the team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
He's still got to make one more big pitch, but this is a great start with the bases loaded.
Hit hard towards center, and that's in there. Base hit around third and being waved on home. One run scores, and he is in there. Settling in now, Michael Candyman, and he'll be looking to add on to his 2 RBIs from earlier. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Well, you know, guys, he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 80% of the batters he's faced, but he hasn't been able to get things done. He's not pitching well, and we're into the middle innings of this game. He's safe.
And it skips in as he steals the bag easily. Here's the 0-2. In the air to center field and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. Michael Candyman will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. And this is going to be his 4th hit of the game, as this should wind up as extra bases. In to score is the runner from first. That makes it 7-4. Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Michael Candyman. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and... So with the runner in scoring position at second base and 1 away in the inning, it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter here. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Michael Candyman comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Hot shot on the ground is short. To his left, Belanger. Throw on to first, and now the Red Sox are down to their final out. Not a lot of offense in this ball game, but what offense was provided came primarily from this guy, our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was a thorn in their side all game long.
Both teams. Afternoon baseball for you now on the show, coming your way from venerable Fenway Park here. Michael Candyman gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Gose is camped under this one, and he will put it away to retire the side. Michael Candyman digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
And the Red Sox have their first hit of the ball game.
Hey!
Michael Candyman will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. Michael Candyman will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Hit high and deep to right center. Ghost going back, still going back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So striding in, number 3, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's a 9-9 ball game, and they don't get much bigger than. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs. Really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
Back here on the MLB pregame show, Matt Vasgersian getting you set for the finale of this 3-game set. That'll come your Sunday afternoon baseball on the show as we welcome you inside Fenway Park. Michael Candyman will stand in for the first time here. 30 home runs for him on the season so far. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1.
No strike.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Runners on first with 1 down. Pulled toward right center field. Lopez has a read on it. And he makes the catch for the second out. Leading off the inning, Michael Candyman, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. Skied into straightaway right. Coleman is there. 1 away. Michael Candyman will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run. So a 2-run shot to left center, number 31 for him on the season, and it's now 7-4.
Well, apparently these guys didn't see the highlight.
Michael Candyman will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. Hold strike two with the letters. 0-2 now. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
High and deep to left center field. Gone! Michael Candyman will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And on the mound, you can tell he's not in here to mess around. He means business.
Hard liner to center field, and that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. The run scores from second. Quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, well, he really drove the ball well in this one. Winds up finishing with 6 RBIs. I'd say that's a pretty good day's work.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew.
The final postseason teams are jockeying for position. Welcome to Inside the Show. In the National League Central, the Brewers combined to allow only 4 hits as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 5-1. As of today, the Cubs are in second place in the NL Central, but they currently lead the NL wildcard race. The Brewers are atop the division, 1 game ahead of second. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.